to tell you about. So Vail Valley Live starts now. It's summer
in the mountains.
It's summer in the mountains.
It's summer in the mountains. And we're out here
Living it.
living it.
Living it.
Lots to do.
lots to see.
Every morning.
Every morning,
At
7:30.
7:30.
it's Vail Valley Live.
it's Vail Valley Live.
Watch us now.
Watch us now.
Watch us now.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Vail Valley Live. I'm Tricia Swenson, coming to you live from Avon on this beautiful Wednesday morning, August 16th, halfway through the month already, and it's just going by way too fast. So, time to seize the day. You got to get up, get ready, get everything as much as you can fit into this so you can have a great time out there and make the most of our short but sweet summer in the Vail Valley. I'm coming to you from what we call Possibility Plaza. This is kind of a hidden gem of Avon. It's between like the Avon Center building where Bob's Place is and Ticino. Then we've got the Seasons building right here. But there's a lot of artwork, a lot of statues that you can see behind me, some beautiful gardens, and it's just a neat little way to make it over to Nottingham Park. So maybe tonight, if you're heading over for the concert, a lot of times you have to park in many different places throughout Avon, so you can have this little walkway be your guide. Kind of neat. There's a little a rock garden formation behind me right there, and then that will take you out to the main roundabouts. So just a nice little shaded area that's kind of fun to check out. So what's built, this is called Possibility Plaza, and a lot of times they'll have artwork that is here or featured here for special occasions. And now there is a lot of art around and about Avon, and you can actually buy it. What's really cool about that, if you see some sculpture in the roundabout or on one of the street corners, yep, you can actually buy that. You can go to avon.org or Discover Avon, and they will give you some details on how you can make it yours if you want to take it home. But yeah, I just thought I'd show you this little piece so you kind of get an idea of where we're at today. And don't forget, all the bus services will be coming in. If you are going to be coming to the concert tonight, it's a real quick ride if you're on Highway 6, maybe coming from Eaglevale or maybe coming from Edwards. Just pop off, they'll drop you off at the Avon Center, and that's where you can easily walk right over to Nottingham Park. Now, tonight the band is Zoso, the ultimate Led Zeppelin tribute band. And the cool thing about this is that the lead singer of this band is, it actually kind of looks like Robert Plant. He kind of personifies that whole aura that Robert Plant has. So his voice, just hit the timbre and the range that he has. And they've been around since the 90s. So they've been, are pretty well known for being able to sing all your Led Zeppelin fabulous tunes, your classics. And so that should be really fun. So they have over 28 years and over 4,500 shows of experience. So it should be a great show. And then opening up for them will be Eyes Wide Open. And this is a rock and alternative rock band based out of Summit County, just over the pass. So they will crank things up at about 5:45. Gates open at 5:30. And then we'll have the second band opening for you. Everything rounds out at about 8:45. So the sun has gone down by then. Our sun is going down, right around 8 o'clock these days. So but I think we're going to have good weather for it. And speaking of weather, let's let you know what's happening with the weather. So we have beautiful clear skies right now, a few high clouds, and then there's a chance of those afternoon showers. We might see things build this afternoon, cool things off a little bit with some shade, and then a chance of some sprinkles throughout the afternoon. Now, I want to give you this weather report brought to you by the outlets at Silverthorne, Elevated Savings. You can head over Vail Pass to exit 205, and there's outlets on both sides of the interstate. Everything from J. Crew, Ralph Lauren Polo, Coach Outlet, We have it all for you. Temperature wise, it's going to be rather comfortable again today. You know, we reached down to the 80s in Eagle, but we tend to have it a bit cooler up here, up valley. So we're only going to see things into the 70s up in Vail. And that's pretty nice when you consider August can be one of the hottest months throughout the nation. Right now, Denver is already seen 71 degrees. They're going to be in the upper 90s today, 97 for your high. Eagle is sitting at 59 right now. Their high will be 84. Vail 53, and their high right around the low 70s. Edwards 56, a high of 78. And then Avon 74. Right now they're standing at 55 degrees. So that's just kind of a little look at what you can expect for the weather. Hey, also tonight it's round 2 of Father John Misty, The Head and the Heart, Mila Froelich. So last night they played at the Ford Amphitheater. Tonight they're gonna switch the order. So it's probably won't even be the same type of show. Tickets are still available for this, which is good because a lot of the other shows like the Pixies is already sold out. So if you can get to tonight's show, tickets for the lawn and the pavilion are still available. 2 nights, last night and tonight. And then tomorrow we're doing Hot Summer Nights. So it seems kind of weird to be doing that on a Thursday, but just because we had that doubleheader of Father John Misty and The Head and the Heart, they moved that weekly installment to Thursday. Next week, it'll go back to Tuesday, and that'll remain until Labor Day weekend. So we only have a few more free Hot Summer Nights concerts left as well. And then Leo Kottke, Julian Lage playing at the Villar tomorrow night. And then we still have a few free concerts happening tomorrow as well. Now, we have wrapped up Showdown Town down in Eagle. Their last concert was last week, but we have one more concert at the Minturn Little Beach Park tomorrow, and we have another concert, a few more concerts going on up at Beaver Creek tomorrow from 5 to 7, and then on Friday, Band by the River. It'll be the last one of the season, that free concert series that's happened on the backside of Riverwalk between the Riverwalk retail stores and Eagle River. So we still have a few more of those things going on. So we are winding down summer, but not without a pretty full schedule going on. Tonight at the Riverwalk, if you've heard about this, is a brand new event. The Edwards Rotary Group is putting on a community potluck dinner where you reserve a table and then you get your group together. You bring your main dish, your sides, salads, all that, and it's going to be right next to the street where the Riverwalk Theater is on. A lot of people are just going to be grabbing some food from the local restaurants. Some people are bringing all their own. I'm going to that tonight. Tonight we're going to have a red, white, and blue theme. Pat Hammond is going to be one of our guests, and of course she's a veteran. She was a nurse in the Vietnam War, and she does so much for us still in our county. So we thought, hey, let's just do red, white, and blue. Let's do it for Pat, and let's do the flag theme. So we are doing that tonight. So I hope the weather holds for that because I don't think we have any kind of umbrellas. But I think we'll be prepared just in case. But hey, we want to prepare you for the rest of your day. So stay with us. Vail Valley Live will be with you for about an hour. Don't forget to set the alarm on Facebook, our Vail Valley Live Facebook page, or of course our YouTube page. You can subscribe to that, and then you'll be in the know when we go live, because we're live Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Friday we do a weekend edition, and then on Monday, Meredith and I have kind of a summer preview show that gives you a good taste of what happens during the summertime here in the Vail Valley. So sit back, grab that cup of coffee, and let's get going.
Hi, I'm Peggy Ziegland, fashion guru and stylist for the outlets at Silverthorne. We're here today at the J. Crew Outlet, one of our favorite stores. Can't wait for you to see what's new for summer. Here comes Rachel. She is in the cutest, I call it the Barbie doll outfit. She's got her fabulous visor on. She's got her pink and white check hat. She's got her pink earrings, her fabulous linen blazer. Look at that amazing short mini skirt. And then she also has the raffia tote. And then she has her tennies. Her whole outfit would be $559, comes to $225. She's gonna save $330.85. Looking great, Rachel. Have fun. Next we have Xiao. Well, he's ready for just about anything. Here he comes in his pineapple graphic camp shirt, just what J. Crew is actually known for. His polo tee, of course, let's not forget that fabulous hat. He has his khaki boat shoes and his chino shorts. Whole outfit would be $356, comes to $138.60. He's gonna save $217.40. Looking great, Shao. Okay, Sophia. Boy, she's ready for a concert tonight. She looks so great. This is a day and a night. Fabulous, fabulous sundress. Everything from her fun raffia headband down to her lobster front sundress. Of course, it has pockets, and her earrings, and her necklace, and her bracelet, and her amazing raffia fun bag. Look at those sneakers. Would you believe I actually got those for $20? Yeah, 70% off. Whole outfit would be $475, comes to $176.49. She's gonna save $298.51. Looking great, Sophia. Thank you. And here comes Yandel. Okay, I'm not sure if he's going biking, hiking, running, sunning, but he looks fabulous. He's got on his striped hoodie. He also has his navy shorts, his navy backpack, and his white sneakers. Whole outfit would be $241, comes to $96.20. He's gonna save $144, all at the J. Crew outlet. You look handsome, Yandel. Okay, Maddie, here you go. She looks amazing. Everything from that adorable hat, love it, the raffia hat, her fun pink earrings, her denim jacket, and then look at that pink and white amazing sundress, so cute, and of course with pockets, her raffia tote, and those checkered shoes are amazing. Gingham pink, wow. $617 in the retail world, comes to $272 in the J. Crew world at the outlets at Silverthorne. She's gonna save $345.22 at the outlets at Silverthorne. Way to go, Maddie, looking great. So come on in, everybody. Let's have a last look at the J. Crew outlet at the outlets at Silverthorne. It's a place to have fun.
Newsflash! The Pearl Izumi outlet opened at the outlets at Castle Rock. Everything you ever dreamed of is in this store. From fabulous jerseys, Colorado jerseys, Pearl Izumi jerseys, fabulous jerseys and over jackets, and shoes for spinning, for hiking, for mountain biking, gloves, everything you ever dreamed of at reduced, of course, prices. All from the outlets at Castle Rock and Silverthorne. You're going to have the ride of your life.
Hey everyone, I'm Tricia Swenson and you're watching Vail Valley Live, and we've got a great report for you right now, our Vail Daily Update, Wednesday the 16th, and you can find your headlines right here. So on the cover, Rocking on a Tuesday, Father John Misty performs Tuesday at the Amp in Vail. The Head and the Heart and continues its two-night set tonight in Vail. So check that out. There's still tickets available if you want to head on over to the Florida Amphitheater. Then, headlines for today: an explosive find at Camp Hale after a hiker discovers a landmine At the Camp Hale area, explosive ordnance disposal team deploys out of Fort Carson to destroy it. Learn more about this and exactly where it was on page A3. And then learning on the job. 5 Eagle County high school students participate in paid summer apprenticeships throughout SOS Outreach Career Development Program. They learn teamwork, they build confidence, and a whole lot more throughout the summer. Check it out on page A2 in local and regional news. Then John Fielder's camera was always pointed at nature. Friends and family remember renowned nature photographer who died on August 11th. Read more about him and his ties to the high country and the beautiful mountains of Colorado on page A4. And then also in sports news, U.S. Moguls team will host fundraiser at Red Sky Ranch. Event on August 18th will include Vail locals Tess Johnson, Ty Owens, and Elizabeth Lumley. So learn more about this, and if you want to attend, you can figure out how. Now in the arts and entertainment section, still going strong. At the Villar Performing Arts Center on Sunday, Boss Skaggs, he delivered a stellar performance in Beaver Creek. Learn a little bit about this show. He's been at the Villar 4 times now since 2012, and he always sells the place out. So check that out in the arts and entertainment section on page A21. You can find these headlines and more. Grab your Vail Daily today, and you can pick it up for free in newspaper dispensers from Eastvale all the way down to Dotsero. Or you can always go online and go to vaildaily.com, check out today's stories. We have the whole e-edition that you can page through, see some of the ads and some of the things you won't want to miss. And you can also sign up for e-newsletters. Maybe it's breaking news, maybe it's sports news, entertainment, and that'll come right to your inbox. Vail Daily, bringing communities together.
At My Future Pathways, our mission is to be the helping hand that enriches and elevates the lives of youth and families of our valley so they can reach their full potential. Through our holistic approach, our tutoring service and programming strengthen our community, develop self-worth, create opportunities, and promote values. We are My Future Pathways.
Welcome back to Vail Valley Live. I'm Tricia Swenson coming to you live on this Wednesday morning, August 16th. We're at Possibility Plaza here in the area. You can see the different statues and different artwork that they have, and it's just kind of a neat place to come. It's shaded, so you can check out the little rock garden that they have here that the kids love to climb on, and some of the sculptures that they have along this walkway. I'm just to the east of the Avon Rec Center, as well as Nottingham Park and Nottingham Lake. So that kind of gives you a little perspective. If you know where Bob's Place is and Ticino Restaurant, we're right on the backside of the Avon Center building. But let's talk a little bit about road construction and what you might find going on today. We have, of course, the Vail Pass structures, and they're going to be closing down each lane, right, left, eastbound, westbound. It just depends on what their project is for today. So that's a big thing to note. Even if you're just going over to Summit County to check out Breckenridge or Keystone, there might be some delays just due to that. Now, my husband was driving back late last night, and he said that there was some construction going on at the tunnel. And a lot of times they'll be doing some night construction at certain areas throughout I-70. and it just kind of depends if you're going eastbound or westbound. So the best thing to do is to download the app cotrip.org right to your phone, and that way you can have all the details right at your fingertips, or on your laptop or desktop computer, go to cotrip.org as well. And that will give you speed times. It'll give you construction updates. It'll show you the webcams as well. So it's just nice to have that at your fingertips. You can be in the know before you get on the road in case you need to adjust your travel time. If you are going to Denver for DIA to go to the airport, I always recommend leave early. You never know what could be happening. It's about 115 miles from Vail to get down there. So about 115 things could go wrong within that distance. And then at the airport, they have areas that are under construction, and they've had long lines when you are going through security. So that can really throw you for a loop, especially if you think, oh, I've got enough time. No, I would just get there early, and then once you're in, go to a restaurant, have a bite to eat, settle in. They have good Wi-Fi. You can do a little work if you need, but it's just better not to be too stressed. And especially if you have to return a rental car, you just want to make sure you get all that taken care of and then get to that airport, because it can be pretty hectic right now with all the construction they have going on. But what's a good way to calm yourself down? Well, how about a little bit of yoga? And we've got outdoor yoga for you once again. We have that happening for you Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. And this will be up at Beaver Creek. They've got their free yoga. But Anahata Yoga is doing yoga for you all the way through the end of the month. And this is at the Little Beach Park and Amphitheater south of town in Minturn. So $25 is what you'll need to bring for this, and bring your own mat, bring your own water. And then if we do start getting rain in the morning later on this month, check their website, because then they'll let you know if they're going to bring it indoors to their location that's right on Main Street in Minturn. So it's kind of fun to mix it up. We've got a lot of free yoga offerings. We have some low-cost yoga offerings. Betty Ford Alpine Gardens does this as well. At the top of the Gondola 1, they do some yoga for you right on the patio up at Midvale at the 10th. So you can almost make the deal out of it. Like, how many different places can I go for outdoor yoga here in Eagle County? Down in Eagle, they have that for you as well on Friday mornings before they start the farmers market, and on Sunday mornings. So just kind of a neat little offering. See how many places you can go and check out the outdoor yoga offerings. Now, another thing happening up at Beaver Creek. So we're kind of winding down some activities, and we're winding down the Vail Rec District's Town Race Series. And this is a mountain bike race series that's been going on for I don't know how many years. I mean, at 30, 35, even more maybe. But Berry Creek Bash is the one that's going to be held tonight. And the mountain bike race season, we just love this one. This is the big one. And you can watch it. It'll start at it'll start right down there at the, it's actually going to be Berry Creek. Yeah, Berry Creek, not Beaver Creek, Berry Creek. So this will be, I think this was a postponed one that they weren't able to do because of rain earlier this year. So we're looking forward to that. Now, there's no parking right at Berry Creek, so they're kind of asking you to park in different places in Edwards, maybe over in Riverwalk, and then bike on over. That's a good warm-up for you. There's youth races involved in this as well. So take part in this. You can go to vailrec.com for more details on that. And then once again, Avon Live, the concerts are tonight. So we are going to keep on doing these on Wednesdays all the way through Labor Day. So we've got a few more left, just a few though. And Zoso, the ultimate Led Zeppelin tribute band, will be playing tonight. They're the headlining act. Opening up for them is Eyes Wide Open. They are a rock and alt rock band out of Summit County. So they're going to be warming up the crowd. This is kind of a bring your own blankets, bring your own lawn chairs, whatever you want to be comfortable right there. Your picnics are fine, but the Hannah Wald bar will be there, so you don't need to bring any drinks. You can bring your water and that kind of thing, but alcohol drinks, leave those at home. You can purchase those right at the Hannibal Bar tonight. And then they also have a few food trucks, just in case you don't have time to make anything, you don't have time to put the picnic together, or you just want to supplement what you're already bringing. And gates open at 5:30. It's absolutely free. And you can come on down and check this out. And what's really neat is that the lead singer, his name is Matt Jenigan, and he kind of looks like Robert Plant. He's got the curly hair, and his voice just has that same kind of sound that Robert Plant had. So I think that's why a lot of people love this band. They've been doing this for over 28 years and have played 4,500 shows, so 4,500 shows throughout that time. So they definitely know the material. So it should be pretty cool to see that this evening. I think this will bring a big crowd. I think the weather's going to hold for this. We might have a slight chance of those afternoon showers, but they usually even burn off by about 7 p.m. And then the sun sets, a little bit earlier each day. So make sure that if you're biking home, have a light. If you're taking the one wheel or a skateboard, have a light to help you get home. Yeah, look at that. Look at that guy. There's Matt Jernigan, and he's got that look. He's definitely got the rock and roll look for sure. So super cool to see this. So tonight, free Avon Live concert. So make sure you check that out. But a few things going on. We want to just make sure you know about Outside Watch. Now, people recognize that from Outside Television and the Outside Magazine. It's Channel 17 here in the Vail Valley, and you can watch Vail Valley Live on that as well. So YouTube, Facebook, just search Vail Valley Live, or tune in from 7:30 to 8:30, and we'll be on there. And we wanted to share a few of their segments, and one of them is with someone who's no stranger to the GoPro Mountain Games. His name is Mickey Wilson, and he is such a crowd favorite at all of the GoPro Mountain Games. So let's take a look. I know it was just his birthday earlier this week. He hails out of the Golden and the Front Range. He's got a full-time job, but when he gets out here and he dazzles the audiences with the slacklining, it's so fun to watch him shine. So let's learn a little more.
Slacklining, unlike a lot of sports, you're creating your own playground. You go out and you see two trees that are perfectly spaced apart, and you decide where to put the slackline and how high, how tight, all that. And then as you get better, you be like, oh, I want to learn the highline, so I'm going to learn a little bit about rigging and how to save my own life with my own knowledge of ropes and knots and carabiners. And then you go out and you say, oh, look at those two cliffs. Oh, that's like a 200-foot gap, and it's perfectly level, and it's beautiful. It's over the river. I want a slackline there. I want to put a slackline there and set foot where no person has ever set foot before. Exposure plays a big role. The more exposed the line is, the higher you are, the deeper and more sheer the cliffs are, the more your brain has to process. Say you're on a slackline like we have up here in the canyon, where it's about 500 feet long, it's about 300 feet high, and the canyon goes out for 1,000 feet in both directions, and you got the creek running underneath you, and the creek is full of ice, and these are all things that you can't ignore. They're in your brain. They don't affect the slackline whatsoever. Slacklining is one of the most pure flow states I've ever found, because your body inherently wants to stay balanced. And your body intrinsically inherently doesn't want to go out on that line. But then when you step onto the line and you start to walk it, something changes.
Just walked across the 165 yard long, 300 foot high line. And now it's time to roll out to the middle and reap my rewards and have some fun. Do a base jump, hopefully have a really awesome, smooth landing. So here we go. 3, 2, 1, see ya!
sometimes you'll struggle on a slack line. Sometimes you won't do a clean send, or you'll be tired, or something won't go right, but then you'll stop. And you're not trying to walk anymore. You just sit and you look out down the canyon, and some birds are flying right past you because you're up there with the birds on the high line, and everything just feels right. You're in the right spot.
Newsflash! The Pearl Izumi outlet opened at the outlets at Castle Rock. Everything you ever dreamed of is in this store. From fabulous jerseys, Colorado jerseys, Pearl Izumi jerseys, fabulous jerseys and over jackets, and shoes for spinning, for hiking, for mountain biking, gloves, everything you ever dreamed of at reduced, of course, prices. All from the outlets at Castle Rock and Silverthorne. You're going to have the ride of your life.
We believe in the power of a live performance. We believe in making memories together. Join us as we celebrate 25 years of making moments that last a lifetime. Bringing concerts, comedy, Broadway, classical, dance, and family entertainment in the heart of the Rocky Mountains in Beaver Creek Village. View the full lineup and get tickets today at villarpack.org.
Welcome back to Vail Valley Live. Hey, I thought I'd move locations, so I was just at Possibility Plaza, where you see a lot of these sculpture art. But there's art all over Avon, and behind me, we've got the mural that's put on the kind of the east and the southern walls of the Avon Rec Center. If you kind of look here, you can see just how colorful that is, and they incorporate, the fitness, the fishing, the music, kind of everything that Avon is known for. So it's kind of nice, and it's just so brightly colored. It just makes you smile when you come on over here. But so that's where I am right now. I'm still in Avon because we're talking about the concert going on later tonight, Avon Live, that is absolutely free, and it's going to be featuring the music of Led Zeppelin with Zoso, the Led Zeppelin tribute band. But hey, we were just talking to Mickey Wilson. That was an Outside Watch segment. Outside Watch is our very own station here, Channel 17 on Comcast Xfinity. But Mickey, just known for his slacklining abilities, and one thing you may not know about him is years ago he was skiing at A Basin, and there was a mishap on with the person in the chairlift in front of him, where that person's backpack got caught, and it literally had that person kind of hanging from the chairlift. Mickey Wilson used his, well, obviously he doesn't have a fear of heights because of what he does, but he shimmied up the chairlift. He went across the line. He went to that person's chair. He was able to get on that chair and cut the guy loose and literally saved his life. He was on the Ellen show. I mean, it's so amazing to hear this amazing story, but just really neat what, his skills as a slackliner was able to get him to do this. Now, speaking of slacklining, in the Vail Daily yesterday, did you see the story about Davis Hermes? Now, Davis grew up here, born and raised in the Valley, and he did an amazing feat down in Brazil. He slacklined between two hot air balloons. Okay, so this is crazy. The photographs, the video, because when you think of those two anchors, hot air balloons, they're moving all the time, even though it may seem calm in the basket. Like they're going up, they're going down, they're getting closer together, further apart. The line is taut, then it's loose. It's amazing. Now, Davis isn't the first person to do this. His friend Hoffa Breedy did this first, and then a few other slackliners have done this as well. But he's like, I'm going to do that. So he made it happen. He went down to Brazil. He did this on Friday, August 4th. And pretty cool story in the Vail Daily. It was yesterday's paper, but if you go to vaildaily.com and you scroll through the stories, you'll find it. And just really, really interesting to see. And Davis, he's a ski patroller in the winter of Vail Mountain, and then he competes all over. He's currently the reigning slackline world champion. They had world championships in Laux, Switzerland last July. And then this is a competition that's held every 2 years. So he still holds that title. And he's doing an online competition right now. That online competition started when COVID hit, and they kind of do things remotely. So he's still busy kind of seeing what he can do in that type of competition. But if you see him around town, give him a high five. I can't believe that he slacklined between two hot air balloons. It's amazing what people can, if you put your mind to it, you can do it. But hey, let's talk about a few things going on over at Beaver Creek. So I mentioned that we've got the yoga down in Minturn today. We also have that complimentary yoga up at Beaver Creek, Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays from 9 to 10. I would love to do this. I think it'd just be so neat. You're going to be right down there at that Village Square, Village Green is what they call it. It's the ice rink in the winter, and then they make it into like a little lawn in the summer. There's a stage right there. So that's kind of a cue that you're in the right place. You can bring your own mat if you have one, but I know you probably don't travel with a mat, so they're going to have some for you that you can borrow. And just a great thing. Bring your water too, and then I'd maybe bring like a sweatshirt for when you first get there, and then once you get warmed up and the sun starts to hit, I think you'll be fine. But bright and early, 9 o'clock is when they're going to be doing that today. And then at the Villar Center, so we just had Boss Skaggs play a sold-out show last Sunday. Well, tomorrow night, we have Leo Kaki and Julian Lage coming to play. And acoustic guitarist Leo Kaki, he's been playing a long time. You know, he was born in Athens, Georgia, which is home to a lot of great musicians. But then he was raised in 12 different states. So throughout that time, he kind of just absorbed a variety of musical influences. And as a child, he kind of started playing the violin and trombone. And then he traded Stravinsky for the guitar at age 11 and has really never looked back. So kind of neat that he's doing this. And he joined the Navy. He traveled quite a bit with that. And then, you know, so it's just kind of neat. So Kaki's kind of at the end of his career, and then Julian Lage is more at the beginning of his career, and they're going to come together for a great show on Thursday. So if you want to check that out, they have a student price, $25 for kids that, you know, maybe if you're interested in music and seeing where music could take you, check that out. A child price is $25, and then reserved seating starts at $40. So look at villarpac.org for more information on that. And then this weekend, we have Craig Ferguson, and he is on the Fancy Rascal Tour. All right, now, Craig Ferguson, well, multiple Grammy nominations, Peabody, Emmy Award. You know, he's an actor, he's a writer, he does television, film, stage, director, and he's a comedian. And he is the New York Times best-selling author and has recorded numerous stand-up specials for Netflix, Epix, Comedy Central, and Amazon. So I think this could be a very interesting evening. Tickets are going to start at $45. They have a VIP meet and greet. If you could still get into this, this is $194 and limited availability on this. And when the Villar says limited availability, you need to hop on it because they only have about 530 seats in that location. So that is going to be this weekend on Saturday. And then next week, we're bringing in an evening with KT Tunstall. So she was supposed to play this spring, and they had to move the date, so they brought it to the 25th of August. It's an 8 p.m. showtime. Tickets still available. Those are starting at $48, and there's a VIP meet and greet for this as well, $133. And you probably remember this, you know, Black Horse and the Cherry Tree, and Suddenly I See. I'm not going to sing it for you because I don't sing very well, but yes, these songs you know, you love. And I think this would be something, you know, bring the kids to, bring the grandparents to, kind of a multi-generational. I think they'll all like this. But we're glad to have her. She's a Grammy-nominated Scottish musician, and she's expanded these musical shelves by focusing on a trilogy of records where each album zeroes in on a single concept: soul, body, and mind. The first was 2016 KIN, and that was a soul record. 2018's Wax was the body record, and the new Nut is the mind record. So just a little bit of background on KT. But this should be a fun show. So check it out. That'll be on August 25th, so next week. But if you're looking for something to do up in Beaver Creek, keep in mind the lifts are still open daily, 9:30 to 4, both at Vail, Lion's Head, and of course Beaver Creek. So if you want to do a little bit of hiking, there's a lot of variety of hikes for you. My favorite to do is the Overlook Trail. I like to hike up it and take the gondola down, but I'm always, racing the clock so I can get there before it quits at 4 o'clock. Also, Beaver Lake is another beautiful hike that you can do, and that one you can do all the way up to the lake. And then instead of going down the same way, you can take Royal Elk Trail to the gondola and then take the gondola down. I did that a few weeks ago when I had some friends visiting from Minnesota. So that's another good suggestion. The Village to Village Trail is a fun one. I love to bike that one. You can go all the way from Beaver Creek into Bachelor Gulch, and then you end at Arrowhead. And you can either come back the same way, or you can hop on Highway 6 and just bike back that way, just depending on where your car is or where you started out from. And it's just a beautiful, beautiful trail. And what's nice about that is there are some technical parts, but there's a lot of nice wide trails, and you can kind of pop off at different sections if you don't want to do the whole thing. But they're all on the trail maps. There's designated hiking trails and designated biking trails. So make sure you're on the same one. It's just nice to have those separated. But let's learn a little bit more about hiking in Beaver Creek.
Thanks for having us in here today.
Thanks for having me.
Blue Moose, so this has been around for how long?
Just over 25 years. We opened up the first shop in '95.
What is your favorite pizza?
Well, I've been doing this for a long time, probably about 15 years, so it's tried and true pepperoni, green pepper, and red onion.
Less is more, I like that. But Blue Moose also has got some really specialty pies, so I think we should go and try to make one, huh?
Yeah, definitely. Let me show you how to make one. All right, so we start with our homemade dough. This is a large 18-inch dough. It's about 20 to 22 ounces of dough. That's usually been prepared about a day before.
So you make it in-house?
We make it all in-house from
Fantastic.
scratch. All right, we're gonna make a little bit of a crust. Last winter for staff appreciation here in Beaver Creek, we made 720 pizzas in one morning. Five straight hours we were just making pizzas.
I think that's the best thing about you guys is you really support the community.
Yeah, I know.
Now comes the hard part.
So from this hand into that hand, and it actually stretches up the arm. Then you start adding a little paste to it.
Mine's not growing. Look at Brian is such a pro.
Sauce.
Sauce.
Perfect.
I feel like a pizza wizard. To make the Big Moose, which is like your supreme kind of.
Exactly what it is, like a supreme pizza.
I love it. Okay, so pepperoni. Italian sausage. Shroom it up. Love me some onion.
And the last thing we'll do is just a little bit more cheese.
Oh, I like it. Melt everything together.
Melts everything together.
Good. Voila.
Just the pepperoni and ground beef.
Order up.
Will it taste as good as it looks?
That's the question. All the red pepper. Pro tip.
So the owner's favorite drink is an Aperol Spritz. So we offer it in a frozen beverage form as our Aperol.
Well, cheers.
Cheers.
Thanks for teaching me today.
My pleasure. Thanks for coming and learning.
And
this will be our frozen blue moose-arita.
Blue moose-arita, that's so cute. I was wondering what the blue was. Let's dig in.
Yep.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Welcome back to Vail Valley Live. Hey, sorry, that wasn't quite a hiking piece we tossed to, but it was something you could definitely use after your hike. Burn some calories and go get a Blue Moose pizza. And they have more than pizzas there as well, but it's a great staple that's right in the heart of Beaver Creek. And you know what you could do tomorrow when we've got their band? They have a band that plays for free, 5 to 7 each week. You could go over to Blue Moose, which is right next door to the stage, and be like, hey, I want this to go, and then bring it out on the village green and enjoy it while sitting right at the lawn. Hey, but what's the weather going to be like for all these activities? We've got a beautiful morning right now on this Wednesday, a few high clouds. The breeze is picking up a little bit already, which is kind of unusual, and it's actually coming out of the east right now. But we're going to see a chance of those showers coming on later today. This weather and mountain report brought to you by Grand Hyatt Vail. Grand Hyatt Vail is doing one of their terrace dinner right along Gore Creek. It's next to their pools and their hot tubs, and it's a very intimate setting. There's about 20 people that are allowed to come to this, and Flowers and Fost will be the wineries that they'll be using this weekend. So if you want to get tickets for this, call Grand Hyatt Vail early. Call them now and see if you can still get in, because I realize that we're so close to the actual event now. But let's take a look at what's happening with the weather. We're going to see temperatures right around the 70s up valley today, and then we'll have our 80s down valley. And down in Denver, they're going to be seeing 97 degrees, 84 for Eagle. Vail will be at 71, Edwards will be at 78, and Avon will be at 74. Now, tonight, we're going to see things drop down into the 50s most throughout Valley, the 48 for Vail, and 55 for Eagle, just to kind of give you an idea. And already this morning, Eagle's at 63, Vail's at 56, Avon is 59, and Edwards is at 60 degrees for you. But pretty nice right now. And I've mentioned that we've got the sun setting a little bit earlier, and the sunset will be at 8 p.m. tonight. Oh, it just gets really sad when these days get shorter. And you can really tell there's a big difference in August compared to what we kind of were feeling in most of July. Days are getting shorter. And now the next couple of days look like this. So pretty much the same kind of thing, where we'll start out with sunny skies, and then we'll see that mixture of clouds and sun throughout the afternoon. And then a lot of times we can get those afternoon rain showers. And that's okay. You know, we do need the rain. We could definitely use the moisture. I really still can't believe how green it looks. When I look up towards Beaver Creek, I can see Grouse Mountain, I can see Main Beaver Creek with Centennial Run, and how green those runs still are this late into the season. You know, the grasses just tend to dry out. That's just a seasonal thing, whether it's rainy or not, but it's just beautiful to see how green and lush it is still up there. But a few more things going on. So we talked about the yoga in Minturn today, the yoga in Beaver Creek, and then we also have yoga in the gardens. And this is at the Betty Ford Alpine Gardens. And this is going to be a morning practice that goes 9 to 10 a.m. It's $20 for you, and you're going to be right on the Alpine Plaza of the gardens. Bring your mat if you've got one, and then it's cash only as well. So we just want to make sure that you know about that. And then also they're doing a native plant walk. It's called a walk on the wild side, and this is with one of the guides from the Betty Ford Alpine Gardens. And just be prepared to kind of walk off pavement, because it is kind of a walk on the wild side for you. And that will be happening today, 10:30 to 11:30. So it's about an hour long, just a $10 donation. You can stop by the Betty Ford Alpine Center Education Center, and that is a relatively new building that they have just to the north of Ford Park, and they've got great exhibits in there, and it's just a wonderful facility. So take a walk on the wild side today if you want to learn more about diverse native plants along Gore Creek and throughout the gardens. And then once again, we do have another concert, night number 2 of Father John Misty and the Head and the Heart. They will be at the Ford Amphitheater this evening, and they're going to switch the order. So whatever order was yesterday, they're going to flip it around, and so it'll be kind of like a totally different show. 7 o'clock is when it starts, so doors will be opening at 6 p.m. And tickets are anything from $57.50 for the lawn or $89.50 for pavilion seating. And The Head and the Heart is an acclaimed Seattle band. They released their 5th studio album, Every Shade of Blue, and they've had like sold out shows all over North America on their Every Shade of Blue 2022 North American tour. And so it's just really neat that we've got that. That was actually produced by Grammy Award-winning songwriter, producer, and engineer Jesse Shatkin. So Pink, The Shins, that's who else he's been working with. So this should be really cool. So check this out this evening. Head and the Heart and Father John Misty playing another show tonight. So you can go to grfavail.com. That's the Gerald R. Ford Amphitheater Vail.com to get some details on that for you. But speaking of music, we have Vail Jazz. It's the Brianna Thomas Band playing from 6 to 8. This is a ticketed show in Lion's Head, right in the Air Bell at Vail Square. And they keep this tent up all year long, so rain or shine, this is happening. Now they have different seating. Premium seating is $75. General admission is $35. And we've got the soulful soprano songstress. So Brianna Thomas, she's one of the most evocative and accomplished vocalists of her generation. So that's cool to know. And blessed with a sublime and soulfully syncopated soprano voice that scats, it swoons, it croons at the speed of swing. So she's worked with an impressive array of jazz musicians already, including Clark Terry, Diane Reeves, Russell Malone, Houston Person, and the Count Basie Orchestra. So, and Wynton Marsalis, who Wynton's going to be here for the big Vail Jazz Party too. So she's released her own album, Everybody Knows, in 2020, which received a 4.5-star rating from Downbeat magazine. So this is Brianna's first appearance under the jazz tent in Vail, and it's anticipated to be one of the hottest tickets of the summer. So check this out. It'll be starting at 6 p.m., goes till 8 p.m. And then afterwards, the party moves to Howard's Hangout at the Tavern, which is just adjacent to that venue that's just indoors at the Arabelle. And then from 8 to 10, the party keeps going with some more music. Drew Zaremba, who's the artistic director, he will be leading that charge. And you never quite know who's going to be showing up to that. But maybe a little piano, maybe some saxophone. It's going to be all there. So that's Thursday in the jazz world. And then next week, we'll be bringing out the Grace Kelly Quartet. So that'll be Thursday, August 24th. So it's good to know that these Thursday shows continue all the way up until the big Labor Day party. This is 5 days of music: Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. It's a big, huge weekend happening in and around the different venues of Vail Village, Lion's Head Village. So that should be a ton of fun. So for more information on all that, you can go to vailjazz.org. Hey, let's see what's going on in the park. We've got the big stage behind us. That's going to be the scene of Avon Live tonight. So stick around and we'll get you a little bit closer to the scene. With a little bit of prep beforehand, you can have a great tasting quiche on your camping trip. Here to tell us more, we have Allie Stevens. She's with Season to Taste. And this is a great way to go on the camping trip. You can make a lot of things before you go. You can even freeze it and keep it in the cooler for a little while.
It'll be all ready to go. All you'll have to do when you get to your campsite is just heat it up on your camp stove.
Awesome.
So it'll be ready to go. So we start with a sweet potato crust. So you just thinly slice them the sweet potatoes, and then you'll place them into your pan. That will create your crust. So then you'll bake that.
And you put a little bit of coconut oil on
so
them,
just
right?
put some coconut oil in your hands, put a little on each piece, and then bake it 425 about 20 minutes.
And what a great way to incorporate another vegetable.
Yes, so there's no heavy butter shell at all.
Okay.
And then one of the other ingredients in there is a leek. So you don't use any of the dark green. So we'll just cut that off. And then just since it's breakfast, I'll cut this in half. And then if there's any dirt in here, that's where you would rinse it off.
Okay.
So, and then you'll just thinly slice them. Okay, and so we already have our leeks and everything prepared for our filling. So what this is ground sausage. You're free to use mushrooms if you want to replace the sausage. We sauteed that in a little bit of coconut oil, and then we took that out, put our leeks in there with a little bit of ghee, clarified butter, added a tablespoon of water, let that steam for a couple minutes, and then add our spinach to wilt, mix it all back together.
Okay, and then how many eggs are we using?
Yep. So we have about 7 eggs here. These pans you can bring camping a little smaller, so you don't want to overfill it. And then we're going to add just a little bit of coconut milk. All right, perfect. And then also here we have some nutritional yeast. It just packs a little bit extra protein.
Oh, wow.
Yep. So, and it might add a little bit of a cheesy flavor as well. And then some salt and pepper.
Okay, so we're gonna do this, and then we're gonna pour it into our, and you've already put this in the oven,
Yes,
right?
that's already been baked. Our crust is ready to go.
Okay.
All right. So then we would pour our filling on top of our sweet potato crust.
Okay, awesome.
You might have a little bit left over. And then we would just pour our filling on top of there.
Okay. Good to go.
Yep.
All right. All right. Well, Allie, and then what do we cook this on?
So this will be at 400 for about 20-25 minutes, just until the eggs aren't jiggling anymore.
Voila. All right. So a great camping treat with a little prep at home. This is how you do it. If we want to find out more, what's your website?
Season to taste, co.com.
Vail Jazz Festival returns this summer for its 29th year, bringing the best jazz musicians to the Vail Valley once again. See headliners under the jazz tent every Thursday evening from July 13th through August 24th. See lively regional musicians for free on the Solaris Plaza every Sunday evening in July from July 9th through the 30th. We'll showcase the diversity in jazz through bebop, swing, the blues, Brazilian, standards, big band, and more. View the lineup and purchase tickets at vailjazz.org. All right, welcome back to Vail Valley Live. I'm Tricia Swenson coming to you live here from Avon. We have the Avon Live concert tonight, and the big stage will be the scene for Zoso, which is the Led Zeppelin tribute band, and then Eyes Wide Open will be opening up for them. Music starts around 5:45, gates open at 5:30, and then the music will run till about 8:45 or so, and sunsets, by the way, at 8 p.m. tonight. But a few things going on today. You know, we always are talking about sporty activities and getting out there and hiking and biking and all that. But what if you just kind of want to sit back and relax, maybe do some more crafty projects? Well, we have the coffee clutch, and the crochet and coffee clutch is what we're talking about today. And this is over at Maker and Stitch, and they do such a great job of keeping you active creatively, whether you're knitting a sweater or another type of projects. And crochet is what they're going to be doing. And coffee clutch, it refers to a group of friends getting together. It's German for the coffee, of course, and then Klatsch means gossip. So you kind of get together with your friends and you just talk about things and stuff. So they're going to have that over at Maker and Stitch, and it's a fun thing that they do on Wednesdays. So just need to check it out and see what you can create. Now, we also have something fun at Alpine Arts Center. Now, they do all sorts of things with their painting, whether it's their canvas and cocktails and cupcakes and canvas and all different things for different ages. But this one involves your pet. So you can paint your pet, which is pretty cool. So please send a photo of your pet to the info at alpineartscenter.org first. That's when you're going to do when you register. Then you come on in, and then you can paint your pet. They'll help you kind of step by step through the process. You'll start out with a blank canvas, and then you go from there. So that's 6:30 to 8:30 p.m. tonight. And then also this evening, we have local artist Helen Hybert, and she is doing an evening of engagement. Now, she does a lot of paper art. And if you've ever seen her work, it's very interesting. She has different books on this. And this is going to be a lecture about her studio and how this big lantern that's on display at the library, how that came to be. Step into the light is a giant paper lantern that hangs in the library, and viewers are invited to step inside the lantern and ponder how they can be the light. So kind of a real cool figurative thing here. And so that lantern's been on view for quite a bit of time now, since June. So if you're in town, check this out. This is going to be from 5:30 to 6:30 this evening, and it's absolutely free. So you can go to Vail Public Library's website to get some more info. But just a couple of different ways, especially if the whole family's going for a hike but you don't feel like it, you can do some of these other activities and still feel like you're getting the most out of your time here in the Vail Valley. But thanks for watching today. We're going to say goodbye for now. Thank you for watching on YouTube and Facebook. Don't forget to set that alarm for Facebook so you know when we're live. And same thing, subscribe to our YouTube channel, Vail Valley Live. And then if you're watching on Comcast Xfinity, thank you for watching on Outside Watch. We'll see you tomorrow.
It's summer
In the mountains.
It's summer in the mountains.
It's summer in the mountains. And we're out here
Living it.
living it.
Living it.
Lots to do.
lots to see.
Every morning.
Every morning.
At 7:30.
7:30.
It's Vail Valley Live.
It's Vail Valley Live.
Watch us now.
Watch us now.
Watch us now.